Start recording. Right, okay, so let's go through every stage for Bitcoin that we look at. So firstly, the first stage, we're going to look at the 30-minute. So obviously the 30-minute chart is on the left-hand side. All the levels are there. So where am I? So obviously, and I don't mean late, obviously I mean where are we within the cycle of the trade. So here we are, here. We're sitting at ATR high, and obviously ATR low's there. Now let's just review what's happened. So we will take yesterday's or this morning's trades time as an example. So we'll take that. So look at 2 a.m. and basically you can see for two periods with heavy selling down, right? So we will have a look on this chart and pick trades from that. Now, generally, what I'm saying to you there is we want to be orientated to the half-hour chart. So obviously the half-hour chart. So the first question we ask is, what strength are we? So the first question I'm asking is, what strength? And what I basically mean by that are these candles like this, with a heavy outline, heavy selling, and then obviously you can see there that just ensues, and then basically you've got an amazing trade there, right? Or are the candles just pale, i.e. pale greens, pale turquoise, pale red, i.e. that colour? That tells you one thing, it tells you the trend is ending. So is the trend ending? That's a big question you need to be asking yourself, because it's going to orientate yourself. Am I going to be looking for longs? Am I going to be looking for shorts? Or what I want you to think about here is really the range detection bot pretty much works all the time. How well it works depends on where you're at in the trend. So obviously in this instance, if we look on this chart, we had a sell at that time period, which the sell was at there, right? So pretty much, excuse me, it's damn cold. It's actually on the light green candle on the half-hour chart. So now you then can see when we move along, even just that third candle there, it then is on the heavy selling candle. So basically, as this is coming up, we are in a level there. So basically, are we in a level? Are we at a level is what we should always ask. So what's the strength is number one, right? We're particularly looking for weakness for a trend ending, and then basically, so we've got that is the trend ending and the weakness, and then are we at a level? Are we at a level? Now, you need two things in a trade to get a really good trade, right? And that is a level, a structure, and order flow. So order flow is ebbs and flow of the movement of the trade going down. Now, in this instance, so basically now, if we look here, we know that we're looking for sells, right? So, and basically in this instance, and I'll just take these extra ones off because basically there's a few extras on there that I was just debugging. So it's just looking at the compression. If we take this one here, it's coming up, and then literally we've got we're in the red, and then you get a heavy volume red candle, and then it sells down. So that's when you're going to be going in. Now you're also at a level there, so that's your perfect trade. So basically the next, so we've got the number 3 is at a level, and the number 4 is the range, right? In a range, so in the range bot, i.e. in range red or in range buy, sorry. Now, that there is another perfect trade. It just pips it, right? And you could take that trade, and then obviously you can see that there is 500. Now we are going to go on to some unperfect trades as well, because basically we want to cover both. Now, in fact, there's an imperfect trade here. Right, now let's just look at where we're at now. So pretty much, if we look at this, we are a weak green. So we're a weak green, we've had a weak sell, we've had a weak green. Right, tells us that we're not going to get a good buy, a good long is in this instance. And we don't. We're basically, but do we get a trade? Yeah, we do get a trade. Now, number 5, what I want you to look for is there congestion? Now, the thing is if there's congestion, I would not take that route, right? If I'm going in Leeds and there's congestion, I'd take a different route. Now, right in the middle of this is ATR high. Now, ATR high, if we're below it, we're really going to be looking to sell. So as you can see, it comes up to here and gets congested, and then basically doesn't follow through. Now, the chances of you getting in down here are slim unless you literally set your limit order there. Now, what I would say is this, and this is his top tip: where it is tight ranging, right, like here, don't go in here. Don't go in here. Just set a limit order, wait for it to come down, and then let it go up. That's the only way to do these tight ranges. So same there, you can do that limit order there, right? So you can get an idea. Now, if you're obviously on Vantage and a different price, all you need to say is where am I at? Right, okay, we're at 97,900. If the price on Vantage is 97,100, and there's a few points up to here, then all you're going to do is just add the extra points on to where you need to be for your limit. So now, golden rule is this, and you will miss a lot of trades on this, but you will win. Your win rate will be a lot more. Just don't take the trades that are not in the ranges. It really will keep you out of a lot of losers. Now, there will be trades there, as an example. That's a prime example of a losing trade for buying. I'm just going to highlight this, where they don't work out. Now, that goes in your favour. Now, as soon as that's 50% in your favour, set it to break even. Now, if you come out with nothing on that, it's fine. Right, the name of the game is not to come out with a trade that's gone positive as a loser. That's absolutely critical. Now, what you could say, and you can set these rules depending on how you want to target. Once I'm at 50%, set it to 50 break even, so to speak. Once I'm at 100%, set it to 50% profits. Right, because obviously in some instances, if we look here, right, this has just broken through this and gone straight the way down. So that's actually turned out to be a really good trade. I mean, that's turned out to be 600 points. So obviously in this instance, we get down to here, we break even at 200. We get down to here, we set 50%, so that means we're going to get 150 no matter what. And then we just let it rumble. Now, what I suggest you do is basically stop below previous candle, above the high of the previous candle. So pretty much, if you're there, right, then literally that would bring you out here. So you're still going to get more. So that's just to talk about targets. Generally, as a rule of thumb, your target is the opposite one. Golden rule. That's what we're aiming for. Aim for that. Now, to be perfectly honest, that makes it simple. I mean, perfectly honest, if you get it to here, right? 440 is fine, right? Every time, every day of the week, so to speak. So now, looking at these here, and this is coming on the range bot detection version 2. There's quite a few new features coming on the range bot version 2, but it is literally just in the making, which is going to make a lot of this simpler. It does highlight when we're going down like this, so pretty much, which this version 1 does because they've greyed out. Now, a top tip for you on these, on the range detection bots, and this is quite important, and again, it's version 2. This is also highlighted as well, right? And that is this. Where you get a range detection bot, which is just literally one candle, just be aware that you might not get a decent trade. Where you get it, where there's a number of boxes together, basically you will get a lot better trade. So now, if you look at this here, so bounces off a level here, right? So it bounces off a level at 230. Right, now look at that. I mean, we'll just go back to that for a sec. And 230, that's this morning, Taj. This morning, so we could have traded that. Having said that, I was fast asleep in bed, not because I've not been feeling too well. But in a nutshell, ATR low comes down, bounces off that, get a range detection. Now, with what I've said, remember grading these trades. Is it an A-grade trade? It's got structure, right? So it's got a level. So basically, we've not got a full range there. We've not got a load of, like a load of consolidation. But if you want that, you can just wait for these trades. You can wait for that there, which you get another second opportunity. So now, I'd be getting in there, and I'd be getting in here, right? So now, when it comes up to the shorting, right, I would not be shorting, right? I wouldn't be shorting here. And there's a good reason for that. Is basically we're so short, we're so close to here, right? We're so close to the level, we're gonna get a 1,000-point pop off a level like that, right? So generally is a rule of thumb. So the first 3 range boxes high, I wouldn't be shorting. So now, when you come to this one, basically, it's got a divergence on there. So you have got another vote of confidence in there. So you've got another vote of confidence. You have just gone parabolic. So pretty much, you've gone parabolic with high volume. So in that scenario, you would expect at least a 50% retracement, right? So, basically we go there and look at that. To the T, you got 50% retracement. So in that instance, I would definitely take that short, right? But I'd be aiming for here. I'd just be aiming for here for safety. You can see it's slowing down because remember, colour of candles tells you the strength of the actual move. So it's weakening. So that's telling me it's weakening, especially one after the other, and then boom, we get a range bot, and then we're back going up. And then we get the aggression. We get the proper aggression, and then obviously you get that massive move, which is just nuts off there. So again, here you've got your VWAP. So you've got a level, and you've got a range bot right through it, and that massively makes a difference. Look at that, level, range bot, right? Boom. That is your best trade on the table, and make a note of that. If you're only going to take the best trades, that's the best trade to take. You come up here, come up here to here, level, and range bot, boom, and obviously now going down. So now here there isn't a range bot. right? There is no range, but to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't be taking this trade here because you've got such big candle moves there that you're going to struggle to keep in the trade if it's going against you. So just bear that in mind. So this comes into here now. Would I take that? Right. Well, we've just gone from down here. Remember where we've come from. Where what's important. We've just done that move, which relates to there. Right. Yes, it relates to there. So that's there on the thing. On the 30-minute chart, I would not be going long there. So remember, golden rule is, and I'm going to put this as one of the things to check: where have you come from? Because the thing is basically, if you know where you've come from, right, and you've just done and we look at this. We've done a 3,000 point move nearly. At that point, should we be going long? No, not at all. And if we are, we should be really careful. And the point is in this instance, this is why I wouldn't go along here. We've had a real aggression coming up here, but we've been smacked down hard. So the sellers are actually achieving something. So, and basically then obviously we're then going back down. So pretty much at that point, right, I would then be looking at going short. As in my bias would be short. Because I'm asking these questions, right? If we go back and say, let's ask those questions. Trend. Well, we're basically now starting to come down because obviously we've got a heavy selling buying candle, but we're seeing some reversion, right? So basically then obviously at this point on this candle, and 2 sets, I just need to get it so I'm highlighting it. Right, so that's there. So that's at that point on that light blue candle. So at the light blue candle point, right, struck the light green candle point, you can do mean reversion both ways, right? You can go buy, sell, buy, sell. Now, a point to note, yeah, is the sells will follow through better, right? Now, so obviously, because if you look here, the buys are not, right? The buys are not quite getting to the range detection box. Now that's another point I'm just going to note is are the buy stroke sell achieving their objective? Now our objective is this: if we're a buyer, we want to get to here. I range detection bot high, I sell. If we're a seller, we want to get to here. Well, in each instance here, the seller has got to their objective. The seller has got to their objective. Here, the buyer hasn't, so we're weak. So basically, at that point, we should be biased towards selling, right? And that's how we cross between buying and selling. And that's probably one of the most important things, is because the trend is your friend until the end, right? And at the point when we should be looking for longs, i.e. down here we should be looking for longs and so on. Up here we should not be looking for longs. We should be looking for sells, right? And the key thing is if we don't, that's when we get eaten up, i.e. transition. So if we look at yesterday's a good example, right? So the 26th we're on now, right? And I spent all day looking at this. If we look on the left-hand chart, you've got real small, tight candles, right? Indecision candles, right? In that where the cursor is, that is perfect for buying and selling, right? We are, and I'm just going to bring it to it. We're in the middle of a range. We're in the middle of structure, indecision. And in that instance, and obviously the chart's going a bit nutty here, you get both a really good sell and you get a really good buy. So it's only when you're going into a transition that you don't. So it's just something to note. Now, remember what I said earlier on. If these candles on the left hand side are narrow, then sell at the top, buy at the bottom. It is pretty much like that. Now, if we look at yesterday, we had a situation where in very early hours we had a crazy sell-off. So let's look at a crazy sell-off. Just need to get to that point which was Thursday 2:30. 2:30 AM. Right, here we go. I want to show you a heavy sell-off for right. So then you've seen different scenarios. Right. Candles are weak, right? And you can see in the weak scenario, i.e. weak here, on the right hand chart, it's ranging both top and bottom. So basically 951 you get a good buy, and corresponding sell you get a good sell. Then we get heavy volume in this candle here. Now what I'm just going to do is just move this chart like so. Now look at the difference now. You don't get to the top of the range detection bots ever. That is an emotional sell-off. So obviously if you're in this short here, right, you can continue and keep in this short, right, and then it pretty much never comes back. Now remember what I said, it never gets back to the range detection bot high. That shows that we're extremely weak, and the trend bots are showing that we're selling off. And we cut through these levels like a knife, right? So literally we just sell. Now we get loads of range detection bots because we have got a heavy lot of buyers trying to buy. We get failed signals here, right? So we've got divergence. Does that actual work? If you were really, really good, you could get 300 points like that. And personally, I wouldn't take it because you just speed you'd have to respond to that charge is you'd have to be in and out. Well, there you go. It's 42 seconds, right? I just couldn't do that, right? So, and to be perfectly honest, if I've got a strong red on the left, I am not buying. I'm not buying until I see a weak red, right? That's really important because look what happens. Right, I can buy there. Right, I can buy there and get away with it. On the red, strong reds, I cannot buy and get away with it. And that's really important. So we're coming down, and then literally, let's have a look where that is on the main chart there. So that's your last sell-off. So you're still in sell-off mode, right? Now, sell-off mode still works. You get a sell there, but you see how this is. Say it again.
No, sorry, I was coughing.
All right. Then you see this here. Basically, that one fails. So that's your first sell on the market, on this market that fails. So be aware of that. Yeah. Now, obviously, then you get a big move down, right? Now, this one here I would not take, and I just want to highlight that because you just got pinks. This one I'd be inclined to potentially take, but what would keep me out of it is this, and this is on the new range bot 2. You just had a range bot that's slightly higher. You're squeezing out there, so literally then you get boom down to the races again. So we're coming along, right? Now, if we then highlight this candle here, and I'm just going to move the chart along, right, there we go. This is saying we're weak, and potentially now we could even be looking for longs. Now, we're still going down, Taj, at that point, right?
Yeah.
And
We're going to get a bit of rotation.
But you still can get a decent trade there. This is why I say take every trade. So there you can take it, then boom, you're selling. Right, and then there, it's on your first pink candle there. So your first pink candle, right, and obviously remember this is absorption, right? This is heavy selling, this is weak selling, and then this is passive buying, right? So passive buying is when I'm interested on a 30-minute candle, right? So you don't need to look at the 4 hours on this, not for what we're doing here, right? I mean, basically, if you're going to hold overnight, potentially, yeah. If you're looking at, a swing trade, right? So then we're coming down into this stuff here. Now, this is your perfect kind of bread and butter stuff, right? You can take it both ways, right? So I can take that both ways and win. I can sell and I can buy, right? And then basically you can know that because you're so close to this level, you are going to get better buys than sells. Now, the key thing there is this, and this is top kind of priority, or whatever you want to call it. If you're down here, hold on to it. But if you are short down here, cut your trade fast if basically it goes above your range detection bot high, and vice versa on the highs. And that is the full strategy for trading Bitcoin, right? And it basically, the ranges just work an absolute treat. I won't trade any other way on Bitcoin at the moment. And I spent ages looking at this. But when you get a level and you get a range, boom, look at that, right? And then divergence candles, divergence do help. They just orientate you, right? But the key thing here for the magic trades is, am I at a level? Now, the new range bot, like I say, it will highlight the box that you're at a level as well. Although you can see you are at a level there on this one, it just makes it a little bit more prominent. Right, but then you can see there it's beautiful trade down to the level. Then you can even get one back up, and then bang, you're getting an amazing trade there. You just got to be strict with yourself, because what I'd say is this here, Taj. Right here is a good example. Right, this is the range. Right, if you see this signal here, but you only react to it down here, don't take the trade. Just wait. Just don't take the trade.
Yeah, I think...
and that's really important. I mean, I've lost count how many trades there were yesterday. But if we just look at what we've got today, as an example, on this recent sesh, right? And you could have started from 2 a.m. because it's 2 a.m. to 7 o'clock our time, right? You got to trade there, right? And if you were up, you'd get that, right? But let's assume that you didn't get that trade, which is your big trade. So you waited it out until you got a range spot and a level, and you took this trade here, right? Well, that's a trade there, and that's fine, right? Because that trade pops 50%, but it comes right back down to the level, right? So you could take that there, and that's a prime example. So you take that, right? And if you miss it, you miss it. And then literally, you've got another trade here, right, which you could take. Again, it comes right down, so you've got that scenario, right? You don't take this because of what I've just said about close range detection bot high already next to it. Don't take it because it's going to fail. So literally, then you've got another one, and you're going up, and obviously there, just hypothetically speaking, you say that you do take that, right? That's your failed trade, but you've already won on your other trades there. That one then you take, right? Because you could argue definitely you could take that, right? Potentially, it's overextended. The argument against it is that you're not at a level, right? Down here, you're at the level, right? So it's not an A grade trade, but this is coming up to a level where you are, right? So literally that's your level there at that point, because obviously if we just go back to it, if we move it back, you're there, that's your level there. So at that point you are near a level. So that's basically cool. And then, right, you could take that because you're at level, right? So that's a really good one, right? Now that comes into it. Now, literally, just say for instance you did miss that because it never comes back. It's not an issue because then you've got another good trade here. Right, that's a really good trade. Boom, comes into the level and stays in and then bounces about your levels there and then down. Now, because you've got this level situation here, you can see you've got a strong level there. If it comes back into the level, you could just set a limit order to sell. So that you've got about 5 or 6 decent trades there, easy. Even missing some of the big moves, right? So, but I like to take the trades at the level, if possible.
Yeah.
Now, where you have a big move like this, that's fast order flow. You can see it there. It's just one after the other. Really, I bet you this is actually. Yeah, he said in a minute it's moved 870. So you might even miss that from the point of view of speed. But don't worry about it if you do miss that, because end of the day, count up your range detections. You're going to get easily 1,000 off your range detections. Great if you do capture that, right? And if you were to take this trade, it's a stop below previous candle. So, but that's a separate setup. That's a fast order flow bot setup, is that? And we don't have the fast order flow bot on this chart at the moment, but we will be putting a fast order flow bot on for Bitcoin. So it's something we will actually look at doing, but obviously it's baby steps first. I think if you can crack the range detection bot, then you know that's what this trading session's about. Crack the range detection. Have you got any questions?
So that now, for example, if it's tanking, yeah, how would you assess when to come out on the basis that the bot
that's a really good question. So say for instance you'd taken this trade here, right? Because it comes up and bounces on and hits that. You can actually see the wick of that with the red dot. Just to let you know, the red dots and the red dots and the green dots are reversal candles. So pretty much just to make life a little bit easier, that they highlight the reversal. Right. So when would I come out of that? Right. Well, this has come down, right, and we've got heavy selling. Now there's a couple of points to note on this. We've just had heavy buying there, and the heavy buying has just got annihilated. So basically, what do buyers become? They become sellers, right? Yeah. So literally, they become sellers, and literally that is quite an important point. So you're going to get continuation from that candle there when it's failed. So this comes down, right? In the grander scheme of things, right? I just want you to keep your stops, your trailing, your profit targets basic at the moment, and that is this: stop below the previous candle would literally be fine on above the second previous candle would be fine. So basically, if you're coming down here, right, literally you keep coming down, and then effectively when that big candle, and this is where I'd be getting out here, because I have a range detection bot. So if this breaks this range detection bot green here, it goes past 390, right, I'd get out. Right now, what I'd say is basically you can see there's a wick down there. There's a real strong wick down there. So pretty much this, but we're above VWAP, so I wouldn't hang around here, Taj. Right. So literally, I'd be thinking of definitely exiting. Right now, if you look at this from this point of view, you don't have any range detections. So basically, we're not going to go back up. Whenever we've got a range detection, we've got a chance that we may go back up. Now that range detection has broken and failed, so it keeps me in, right? But I am aware of this level here, so this really is going to be my target VWAP, right? Now, basically, you can see we're staggering and we're trying to go back up. So pretty much, that's my stop. Yeah.
Okay. So
and that'll take me out potentially. Does that help?
Yeah, no, 100%. I'll watch the video back. But yeah, it was understanding the 30-minute bars. Now I know that would have stopped a lot of stuff yesterday and got me in on certain trades. So the 30-minute one combined with this is 100%, because I was trying to work out how to use the 30-minute and the 4-hour in conjunction with the main screen.
Yeah, I mean the 4 hours for us is if you're looking at, if you want to orientate yourself and say, look, I've got a trade, and say for instance we're up here at 1A and we've rejected, then let's look at the 4 hour. But to be perfectly honest with what we don't want to overcomplicate from a point of view. More decisions we've got to make, the slower we'll actually make the trades. The key thing here is generally the range detection bot will get you in at the right point, i.e. of the fractal rotation, which is critical, right? Everything else is about getting the votes in your favour. Now, would I take a long here as an example? No. I wouldn't take a long there, right? Would I take a short there? Yeah, of course I would. Now, the thing is would I wait for a range detection bot high on the short? Yeah, absolutely. And I think basically when you do that, and if we look at that from a point of view, I'll just 2 seconds get it right. I've got it on the right point of that. You see, but basically that 4 o'clock period, right, is around this area here. So we're at overnight high. We're at 3B. So I like to take things in the middle of a level, ideally. But I don't want to take it until I get my range, because I don't know what the range detection bot is your protection, because generally once we know that there are a high volume clump of buyers and sellers at a particular level, then we know that it's going to rotate within a range. So literally there you've got your 3B coming in, and then that's the time to take a trade. Now, does that basically effectively mean you're not right at the high? Yeah, that's true, but just as an example, you generally wouldn't get in at right at the high there, because basically what would happen is this, and this is important, is this. You've got a divergent signal there, right? Well, the divergent signal is effectively on the close of that, so that basically means you're down here. That means you're going to be entering here when realistically it's going to mean revert, and that's at 97.80. And that mean revert's $300. Well, $300 is bigger than my stop, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I just wait till the range detection bot kicks in, because it takes the thinking out of it, and that's where we should be shorting. And in this instance, we shouldn't be going long because we're at a high. Yeah, there's some real aggressive buying candles, but you're at a structural high, so.
Yeah, see what I've been doing is, when I've seen that diamond, the diversions.
Yeah.
I've been jumping in, thinking, okay, it's gonna. I'm used to obviously what I've been doing on coin and all that, right? So, but now understanding that, that's just your signal to get ready, and then you wait for the range detection to kick in, and then you go.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
makes a lot more
the thing is with
sense.
with divergence is this. Divergence is never, obviously I do see this a lot on screen share. Divergence is a signal to say potentially something's coming. It's not a signal to take a trade, because you can get quite a few fails. With divergence, you either get really good signals or you just get absolute flat out failures. And a prime example here is we've had a really good signal there, it's coming down, but then you've had these two buy signals, right?
Yeah.
And you know that buy signal's actually worked in the sense that it's gone from 790 to up to 230, right? But the point is on that divergence signal there, you're already up at 97,000. So whereas if you just use the actual ranges, you're getting in right there. You're getting in at the right point, 850 so to speak, and then boom up. So it takes a lot of practice to do the trades the other way, and it's just something to note. It's a lot harder to take a buy when we're going down, right? So just to simplify matters, just take the sell going down. It's easier.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because there's enough there anyway. I don't need every single trade.
There's enough signals to basically keep you busy, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, cool. Perfect.
And that's
made everything work for you.
Cool. Well, I mean, there's some really, really good trades on Bitcoin. You know, and you literally pick any day now, and the bot's pretty much smashing it. So I mean, if you look here, if we come back to here, and we have two sets. Right. I've got to move my cursor up off the window and then across. Just look at this. So, do we capture this big move? Yeah, we do. Basically, you can see numerous times. Range bot comes down, boom. And then, if you miss this trade here, which is this move here on the left, you get another opportunity. And just look at that. And then we don't paint another range bot. Now, guys, another tip for you is, and I'm just going to write this down. It's point number 8. If we are not painting range boxes, which we're not here, yeah, it's a moon trade in this instance. Right, and what I mean by that is literally just stay in the trade, just stay in long, and just go with the flow, because that's your magic. That's the magic of these. Every trade starts as a range detection in my trades book. Yeah, everything I do, because it means I'm on the right side of my stop. What I basically mean by that is I want to be as close as possible. I can't be taking a trade here and take this as drawdown, because you think about it, you're going down a lot on Bitcoin, whereas here, if I start here and that's my drawdown, just that little bit there, I can live with that, right? And I can live with that, and then that becomes a 10 to 1 situation, because if you look at this, and this is something important to note, guys, and remember this when you're in the trade, yeah, we come up to the range detection bot high, right, at this point, right, which is at 350, yeah? No, if 94, 350. At no point do we then come back and have a body of the candle below the previous candle. So literally you can see here the bodies are the same, the bodies are the same, the bodies are the same, right? Literally the bodies are the same for those two there, right? And then we go up, and then this is the first time we break and come down. Well, if you just took your trade to there, that's a good trade anyway. Right, but obviously there's no reason to get out, because you remember what I say with trades where you're looking at, you want to know where your resistance is, obviously in this instance, and it's a blue sky situation here. And what I basically mean by that is that's your blue sky there, right? And look for the blue sky, and literally you're just not going to get any resistance until you get up to the clouds, basically, which is up here. And then obviously, you know, that's your best trade on the table. So, but if you're in a tight range where, you know, if we look here, look at this mess here. Keep an eye on these messes. Right, so if we look at these are beautiful for us for real just sideways action trades. Long, sell, right? We don't have a range detection bot there, so we don't pick that up. Sometimes we don't pick these up. Right, and then you can see here, you've got this situation here where you're near a level. This one's not quite there at the level. Do I take this? No, because I want to be at the level. That one's at the level at the top. This isn't. Comes down. This is now at the level. That's me a great trade. Then I can go long. I'm back up at this level, right? You do get shenanigans either way, but you do get back down to the level. And if you're patient on this, then you know you're going to get 400 points, which is a lot. And then you get to the level, and then you sell back off. Now this time you get heavy selling at the level, and it cuts through it. So remember the candles, or candles are your friend, because the candles tell you just how strong the move is. If you get in a strong move like that, right, just be aware, and you've not got a range detection bot, don't be buying. Wait until you get the range detection bot. Wait until you can see the range, and then boom, back up you go. Now there might not always be at the level. Now, you know, these levels are not 100%. So just bear in mind, you know, in this instance here, right, you've got to be aware of where you're at. Now, you're above a level there. You've got two levels close to each other. Now, remember what I've said when you've got two levels close to each other. These two levels are not close to each other, right? So that is your key resistance. This is your key support here, right, in this instance. So just bear that in mind, right? Levels have a habit of being tested and broken. So in this instance, this is respected, right? This is broken, tested, and then off to the races. So this is look below and fail. But where's your support on this? There. So, you know, you've got to just bear that in mind, basically.
Chris, quick question. Do you know the range detection on to the upside? You've got a grey colour and you've got a green colour. They mean two different things.
Well, if it's grey, it's not as high a probability that it's going to follow through. Right, it's grey there.
Yeah.
So basically what's happened there is this is just tested this and broke it, and it's saying there's a probability that this might not work. Now, that's not 100% charge. You know, there's more work to be done on that from a point of view of the probability bot, because I want more accuracy. Is what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I take note of these. I don't particularly say yes, I'm going to trade, or I'm not going to trade, so to speak. But I do. It's more on there from a point of view for me, keeping a note of these to see to improve this.
Okay. Another question for you now that I've just seen somewhere here. So you know, just at the top of this picture now, we're looking on the right hand side, the screen here, where cursor is.
Yeah. Just tell me to go left or right.
Yeah. So you move slightly to the left where that range detection is.
That one there, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So now, okay. So it comes to this point. It's not. It's above overnight high, right? I think that it says, isn't it? But then it started to come down, but there's no range detection, and it's tanked. So, at what point would you then enter this on a short, or would you enter this on a short?
The answer to your question is right. If you get in on this, you're chasing, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a range detection now. You're not always going to capture every single move. You've got 1A there, and generally there is a trade here, i.e. trading off 1A. And basically you could say, yeah, I mean, basically there isn't a range detection, right? And if we look, I mean, there's if we use this as an example, you've got a magic pink. The answer is I wouldn't take the trade because I'm just trading the trade plan. Yes, there is a trade there. It is a different type of trade. So
yeah, that's fine. That's what I just had seen that there, and I thought,
Yeah.
let me ask the question. That's fine.
yeah, no, I wouldn't. I mean, there's definitely a decent move there, but it is a case of if you start doing those trades, the issue is you'll get a lot more failed ones.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Fine. Perfect, Chris. That's right. Where can I catch this video now? Where can I watch it again?
This video,
You would say